I want to encourage you guys to make sure that you're getting on. Remember, the goal is to trade and travel your way to Dubai. You see that we had a phenomenal time in Tulum, Mexico. I do want to hear from Latasha, the boss chick, as well about her Mexican experience in Tulum. It was definitely amazing. And we want to make sure that you're able to come with us to Dubai. Now, the final payment, or the first payment, rather, should I say, is due today, guys, for you to go with us to um Dubai. We've created these packages for you to have access in the the first payment, the deposit that is normally $500. We made it available for you for $250. Well, today is April 30th, and this is when that first deposit deadline is. I don't want anybody who wants to participate to miss it. $4,800 coming from the US. I think it's a little bit less coming from London, and I think it's a little bit less going from Germany. So what I'm going to do here is just drop the link in, and then what you guys could do with this link is go ahead and make sure that you get your seat secured. I know certain states are already sold out. I know many of you do plan to go, and I want to make sure that you continue to hear us let you know that there is a payment plan that's been made available for you. I just dropped the link in there, so you can click on that link. Today would allow you to get in at $250 to for a deposit instead of $500, just because you are rich. So with that being said, I'm super duper excited. I'm going to share that inside of the Rich University virtual campus so that you guys have access to that link there as well. So with that being said, so that we can maximize time today, all of the new members, I want to just say welcome to each and every one of you. Those of you that just said yes to success, we're so happy that you're here, guys. Drop some ones in the chat for all of the new members that just joined us here in Rich University. We know this team is going to be growing and exploding with what we have happening with trade and travel. So with that being said, I see that we have air traffic control, Miss UK, in the cockpit, and she's going to be doing a training today to make sure that you can absolutely maximize trade and travel. Now, once again, quickly, if you are not in the Telegram group, you are missing out on the trade and travel calls that we do 4 times a week. We also do our theme calls that allow you to learn about the metaverse, NFTs, and so much more. So you do not want to miss out on getting to be a part of that private exclusive Telegram. You must send a screenshot over that your subscription is paid and active for you to have access, and you must remain with access to your subscription to stay in the Telegram group. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, help me to introduce to you guys your air traffic controller, Miss UK, that's in the cockpit this morning. Good morning, Miss UK.
Grand Rising, Air Marshal Captain Dr. China Bethley. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be here with you and my rich cabin crew this morning. How's everybody doing? I want some energy today because I don't know about you guys, but trade and travel, the first week kickoff was absolutely phenomenal. If you guys are not in there, then you are definitely missing out. And we want to make sure that we are bringing everyone along on this journey with us. You know, this is our Success Saturday. Our Success Saturday is all about huddling up together as a team, celebrating, you know, congregating, and just that community. So I want to show you today, really, really simple, in a very simple training. So make sure you guys have got your pen pads. You might want to pin me, Dr. China, so that everybody has visual. Make sure
you should be on my side. You were, but let's see.
Okay, no problem. Make sure you guys have got an open mind and an open notebook. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. So this shouldn't take any more than 20 minutes or so. Go ahead and get your team members on. They still have time. I want you guys to be fully ready, locked and loaded for this upcoming week as we prepare to go live, okay? We prepare to go live this week. The kickoff was amazing. We were in demo, making sure that, everything was airtight. And I'm confident. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to grow my account. So air traffic controller is literally going to be, catching these air miles all the way to Dubai. So let me bring you guys up to speed real quick. Hopefully you can see my screen, take screenshots if needed. So the goal for these calls, trading calls Monday to Thursday, is that first of all, they are quick. We want to be in and out, okay? We want to be in and out. That means that we are catching 3 flights. What does that mean? We are entering a maximum of 3 trades at this time, okay? A maximum of 3 trades. So keep that in mind. That means, like Dr. China said, the potential of those calls are 30 air miles that you're collecting on the way to Dubai. They're your pips, okay? They're your pips. Remember, we were 10 pip and dipping, but potentially a maximum of 30 air miles on the call. I think we caught 93.5 air miles this week, guys. That's phenomenal. Absolutely amazing.
Woohoo!
Woo! Yes, definitely give that a woohoo from the Air Marshal Tower. The other thing is simplicity. Okay, the goal for the trade and travel calls is for them to be so simple that they are easily duplicated. That's for the member that came in yesterday and for the member that's been here for a year. Okay, they have to be super simple. So that's what they're quick and they're simple. And also, they are extremely accurate, okay? Because we are using our tools and our confirmations. That's where our accuracy comes from, because we want to make sure that we are taking off and landing safely. That means we're using proper risk, okay? Proper risk, guys. And we're checking all of our tools every single time. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Those are, the 3 goals of trade and travel is for it to be quick, simple, and accurate, okay? Quick, simple, and accurate. Amazing. So what do you need? Okay, today we're going to cover what you need to trade and travel. We're also going to cover the different terminology. Let me just go ahead and hide these meeting controls real quick. Hope you can see. And the terms that we'll be using during trade and travel, so that you guys, that are new can definitely stay up speed. And how to fly safely, okay? How to fly safely. So those are the areas that we're going to cover today on this call. And we'll take any questions that we need to at the end. So guys, get ready, get set, go. So what do you need? What do you need to trade and travel? Now, like any flight, the first thing that you need is your boarding pass, okay? What is your boarding pass, you may ask? Well, you have to make sure that you have access, okay? Somebody drop in the chat, access. You need to make sure that you have access to the Rich Telegram. Why? Because this is where all our trade and travel communication is taking place, okay? To have access to the Rich Telegram, you want to make sure you're sending your P2000 leader your active screenshot so they can add you to the Rich Telegram. And inside there, you're going to find the details for every day's trade and travel session and any updates that may come along with, okay? So make sure you've got your boarding pass to access the Telegram. But guys, even bigger than that, you make sure that you've got your access to the Academy, because that is the real MVP here. All we're doing is flexing on our tools. So go ahead, make sure that your subscription is active. And for this trade and travel, you just need to have access to any one of our academies, okay, to get you in, okay? Any one of our academies, but always, Elite is always best, because we are using a variety of different tools and strategies. Okay, let me just go ahead and continue here. Perfect. So access is success, guys. So just breaking down real quick what you need. Your access to the Academy means that you should have completed basic training. I've just taken a quick screenshot of what that looks like. I definitely recommend the FRX Academy. I know some of the other academies do also let you know, particularly how to enter and exit a trade, and just some basic fundamentals, guys. That's what your boarding pass is going to give you access to. These trade and travel calls are not training sessions. They are trading sessions. That means that it's your responsibility to know how to enter and exit a trade, how to enter those manually, okay, like market execution, how to set your take profits. That's something that you're going to have to be responsible for. And if you have to take a trade early, you have to go ahead and manually exit that trade. All of this can be found inside our FRX Academy. The other thing you're going to need is to have your MT4 downloaded to your phone. So if you're new, or you have any new members, MT4 is definitely your friend, because that's where we are executing these trade and travel trades. Is everybody following me so far? Go ahead and drop ones in the chat. I hope you guys are definitely still with me. We get my chat up on my handy little screen over here. And the best thing I would say is go ahead, and if you are new, if you have any new members joining, get them on orientation this Sunday. It happens every Thursday and Sunday. Perfect for us, because Sunday is the beginning of our trade and travel week and Thursday is the end. So you can get your members orientated and fast-tracked so that they have everything they need when we start trading on Monday morning, okay? And Zoom, obviously, you need, because that's where, at the moment, our trade and travel calls are taking place. Hopefully that makes sense. I see you guys dropping ones. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, as you guys may know, if you've been on board our Rich and Royal Jet 777, there are some interesting terms that are being used, are all relating to our trade and travel campaign. So we don't want you guys to, be left behind. So go ahead and get ready to make notes and take screenshots while I go ahead and let you know what those trade and travel terms mean in relation to what you're going to be doing trading wise, okay, on our session. The first thing is that we have somebody called a pilot on every plane that is driving the plane. That will be our hourglass trade caller. That is where we are taking our trades from. So the pilot is the person who is controlling the hourglass, okay? Just so you guys are aware. Also, our cockpit co-pilot will be on the currency strength meter and also checking the news, okay? So our co-pilots check the news and they make sure that our currency strength is right for us to enter our trades. And finally, we have our air traffic controller. This is the person who is going to be entering the trades into MT4. So they'll be doing the market executions live on the session, just so you guys are familiar when we are talking air traffic control, when we're talking co-pilot and pilots, that is what we mean, okay? Just so you guys are brought up to speed. And then these terms right here are also relating to our trade and travel calls. Let's have a look at these real quick, okay? So you might hear our pilot talking about flight patterns. They're looking for a flight pattern. Well, that means that they're looking for a currency pair for us to enter, okay? Our currency pairs are simply our Euro USDs, our GBP JPYs, and so on, okay? If we are checking the weather, we want to make sure that the currency strength and the news is clear for us to travel. That's all that means, guys. You might be thinking, what? Which weather? You might be looking outside your window. Don't worry. This is just to make sure that our trades stay on course, okay? So when you hear that term, that is all we are doing. And you guys can do the same on your side. Remember, this is duplicatable. So you can do this when we're not on the trade and travel calls because you have access. When you hear turbulence, when there is some turbulence, this just simply means that there may be some reversals happening in the market, some consolidation happening in the market, and that may be causing the trade to go in the direction that we were planning, right? So that's what turbulence means. The coordinates, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear us looking for the coordinates, that's simply the entry and the exit price. This is where we enter our trade and where we exit our trade. As you know, if you've been trading with us for a while, or even if you're new, every single time we enter a trade, it enters at a specific price, and that will be a number, okay? So that's what the coordinates are. That is where we are entering the market and where we are exiting the market, okay? Makes sense? Hopefully you guys are still with me. Go ahead and drop some ones in the chat if you're following me so far. When we take off, this is the best part. This is when we get into the trade, guys. When you're hearing takeoff, that means that we are doing a market execution. We are buying now or we are selling now. So takeoff relates to buy now or sell now. One of those market execution trades, okay? And when we go ahead and land the plane, in fact, this is my favorite part, the landing, right? We are landing that bad boy. Right now, got some background noise there real quick. Let me go ahead and let me see if I can do it from this side. Go ahead and mute your lines for me, guys. Good, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So yeah, so when you are hearing us landing that plane, we are just hitting our take profit, okay? You might hear us emergency land, okay? There might be some times where turbulence starts to happen and we want to take an emergency landing. That means that we're not going to wait for our trade to hit take profit. We're going to manually exit the trade. So that's why it's important that you know how to do that before we get on the call. Because again, remember, this is quick, this is accurate, and this is simple. We're not going to be going through and telling you how to manually exit. So make sure you know how to swipe left and close that thing right out, okay? And then our air miles that we are collecting all the way to Dubai, they're our pips. Okay, our pips are our profits. So all the way to Dubai, the more pips we collect, the more our trip is paid for, all expenses, courtesy of our amazing trade and travel sessions. Who likes how that sounds? I love how that sounds. I don't know about you guys, but this to me is just music to my traveler ears. I love to travel and I love to make money. So what better than to do the two things all at the same time? So go ahead and take any screenshots you may need. Let me just clear the screen real quick. Hopefully the screen is clear. And then we'll move on real quickly. So just to let you guys know, when you're hearing in the cockpit, our co-pilot talking about how heavy and light the bags are, okay? How heavy and light the bags are. This is relating to the currency strength. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this, because what you're looking at on the screen basically determines whether we get in the trade or we don't get in the trade, okay? So let's start here. Let's just go ahead and move this. Right here at GBP, okay? Right here at GBP. Now, GBP has one red bar. One red bar. It is very light. You see that? It's very light. The bags on GBP, they're as light as it can be. It can't get any lighter than one bag per flight, okay? I don't know about you ladies, but when I travel, I rarely travel with one bag. So this is very light, okay? This might even be a fanny pack. That's how light it is, okay? So when you're hearing very light, it just means that there is only one bag. That's one bar right here. You following me? On that currency pair. Now, if you're hearing, let's go over to AUD right here, where we have two bars. We have a red and an orange bar. This is a light. This is light baggage, okay? It's not very light, it's light, okay? Two bags. That might mean you got your little handbag and you've got your little carry-on, okay? Light, okay? You traveling light. I like to travel. I mean, I would love to travel like that. It doesn't happen very often, but I like those quick, the hop on and off, the quick business class. You just got your little light luggage. So you've got two bags here on this currency pair. Now, this is what we're looking for, just FYI. We're looking for very light or light on one of the sides of the currency pairs to enter the trade. Now, opposite to that, on the other side, what we want to see, or either side, it doesn't matter. We want to see heavy or very heavy. Heavy or very heavy. Now, who knows about being almost at excess on those flights? Now, I've been looking like JPY up on my flights. Let me just tell you, I'm always, just right close there. When I get to the scale, I start to cross my fingers. I just start to, Holy Spirit, activate. So that's very heavy right here. That means we have all of the bags fully loaded. Like, we can't put any more bags on there. We are at our excess. That is really good for us to trade if one side is very light and the other side is very heavy, okay? That's a good sign. Now, if it's heavy, just means that look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That had 6 bags when it was very heavy. So this has got 5 bags, okay? It goes all the way up to the greeny color, the limey green color. That is heavy. So that is what we're looking for to enter. Anything else like this CAD right here, this is medium. This is like medium, heavy, medium, light. Are you heavy? Are you light? Indecision. That leads to turbulence, okay? That leads to our trades potentially turning around, consolidating. We don't want that. We want very light, heavy, or very heavy, okay? Screenshot that. Go ahead and drop ones if you are still with me. I am super proud of you guys. You are going to be frequent travelers. I already see it right now. I'm so excited for what's about to happen this coming trade and travel week. Okay, so I'm going to move on. I think we might have one more slide. Yes, we are already at the end, because guess what? We are also hiring. We're looking for pip counting flight attendants. When we are on these trades, we want to make sure when we get in that somebody is able to say, okay, where are we getting out? And this is a we thing, not a me thing. So who can count 10 pips? Anyone who can count 10 pips, definitely please go ahead and reach out to myself, Dr. China, so that we know that we can have you aboard our flight on our sessions, counting those pips with us. And all it requires is that you can count the 10 pips and you can type them in the chat. I'm going to pass back over to Dr. China, because if you want me to show you how to do that, I really can. It is so super simple. But as far as this training, before I go on to MT4 and travel lines, I just want to go back to Dr. China just to make sure if there's anything you want me to repeat, or you know, if we're smooth sailing on that end.
This has been amazing. I'm super duper excited. I know there were some people that had some trouble getting on with the password. And so if you can just do a quick recap, if that's okay, I think that would be greatly appreciated by some of the members that came on just a tad bit late because of the change in the password. So if you could do that, not even as detailed, but just a nice skim. This is being recorded, so we'll make sure that we make it available for everyone. Thanks again, Miss UK. This has been amazing.
Okie dokie, no problem. So I'm going to recap real quick back through those slides so you guys can take a screenshot. Yeah, like Dr. China said, it's been recorded so you can go back. So just to recap, the trade and travel sessions that we will be doing, the goal is for them to be quick, in and out, three flights, which are 3 trades, 30 pips maximum. So we're collecting 30 air miles on each flight, simple, and extremely accurate. That means that we're taking off and landing safe, we're using proper risk, and we're checking all our tools every time. So today all we covered was what you need, the terms, and how to fly safe, okay? So you want to make sure that you guys have your access, that's your boarding pass. You can't get on any flight without your boarding pass. So you want to make sure you're inside the Telegram and you've got access to the academy. Okay, before you get on these sessions, you're going to have to know some basics. That's how to enter and exit trades, because it's not a training. This can all be found inside your academy. Make sure you've got MT4 on your phone. And the best thing you can do if you are new or bringing any new members on board to take these flights is get them on our orientation sessions on Thursday and Sunday. That would be the best bet. Okay. Here's our trade and travel terms. On our flights, we have three positions mainly that are running the cabin crew. That is the pilot calling out the hourglass trades. That is our cockpit co-pilot as well, going through the currency strength meter, making sure that it is safe for us to enter the trade. And then we have our air traffic controller, who puts the trades in MT4. Okay, and some other of the trade and travel terms, just to recap. The flight patterns are the currency pairs. When we're checking the weather, we're simply checking the currency strength or checking for news, making sure, you know, that our trades are going to go in the right direction. If there is any turbulence, this is referring to reversals or consolidation. When we're looking for the coordinates for the flight, this is simply the entry and exit price. The entry and exit price, okay? When we're taking off, that means we're buying now or selling now. That is the market execution. When we're landing, that is our take profit. So we're putting in our landing points. That's our take profit. If we emergency land, that means that we're manually exiting the trade. So we're not waiting for our trade to hit take profit. We're doing it manually. And when we are collecting air miles, those are our pips. And just again, for your reference, this is what it looks like as far as our currency strength when we are checking the weather, when we are making sure that the trades are good for us to enter. We're looking for any of these at the top. So we're looking for very light, which is 1 bag. You can't have anything lighter than that. Or we're looking for light, okay, on one of the sides. That's 2 bags, okay, or 2 bars. We want it to be heavy on the other side. So that would be 5 bags, okay, like this USD right here. Or very heavy, like JPY, okay, that is 6 bags. So this is what we're looking for, either side, okay, one or the other. Again, if we have anything like CAD or DKK, that is in the middle, that's medium. That's neither heavy, neither light. We don't want that. That's consolidation, that's potential turbulence, and indecision. Remember, it's quick. We want to be in and out, in and out. And the best way we can be in and out is if our bags are very light and very heavy, okay? So that's the recap real quick. I do have something to show people how to count pips, but I do want to go on to MT4 real quick, Dr. China, if that's okay.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Awesome. So let me go ahead and just close out of this one right here. Anyone got any quick questions before we transition? I just want to show you what happens in air traffic control so that you guys can also do it too. Am I doing stuff in this share? Oops. So I'm going to stop the share over there. Okay, perfect. And then let's go ahead and get a visual of MT4. So this is what you will also see on board our trade and travel flights. And just so you know what is happening, I want you guys, I want to bring you guys up to speed, okay? So first of all, just confirm that you guys can see my screen, that you are able to, you've got visual of MT4. So this will be what it looks like. However, it will be moving because the market will be open. We know it's the weekend now, so the market is closed. So there'll be no setup process. Thank you so much, Mirilande. There'll be no, showing you how to find the pairs, all of that. Like I said, the back office is your friend. Make sure when you've got new people on the call, they know how to go ahead and pull up whichever currency pair it is that we're entering. So let's do a quick example, okay? So we've had the pilot say that they're looking for a flight pattern. They want to fly from Europe to the United States. That's Europe USD, okay? Euro USD. So if they said that, they went over to the cockpit and the co-pilot saw that the bags were very light on Euro and they were super light heavy. They were very heavy on USD. That means that we're good to go, right? So we'll come over here. We'll go ahead and locate Euro USD. You can see it second from the top on my screen. What I will do is go to the chart. Now I put my time frame. I put my time frame on 5 minutes because this is in and out. Remember, it's quick. It's in and out. Okay. So if, for example, we were looking to, let me delete these lines and then I'll get them back in a moment so that you can see how I do that, because this is what I want to show you guys. What I do, delete. So we'd enter the trade if it was right to enter. Make sure you always enter first. Normally, these moves are moving very fast. But what you will see me do is get my trade and travel lines. How am I doing that? What am I doing? And why am I doing that? So follow close, okay? Follow me close. You see at the top of my screen where there is like a cross for the crosshair. There's like an F for F function. And this is iPhone. I think it is slightly different on Android, but you definitely can, you can work that out if you are an Android user. You have the same icons. And then you see the circle, square, triangle, the shapes. That's what I'm clicking on. I'm clicking on those shapes. I'm clicking on those shapes. Now it gives me the ability to now add an object. I just want a line, okay? Very simple. I just want a smooth line to mark out my flight pattern, okay? So I would press this horizontal line right here. It's at the front because it's the one that I use most frequently. And then it takes me back to my chart. I tap anywhere on my chart as I've just done, and you see a line has appeared, okay? A line has appeared. Now, if I press and hold that line, it gives me two options. Properties and delete. Properties and delete. Now I want the properties because I want to put in the flight coordinates. Remember, the coordinates are what? The entry price and the exit price. So you'll hear me asking the co-pilot or the pilot for the entry points. So let's just say this was the entry, okay? Let's say that was the entry, 1.05602, okay? Whatever it was, I would type it in here. Let me just type something different for the sake of it. Let's just type 702 so you see how to type that. Because remember, this is quick. I'm doing all this very quickly. My lines will be pink because I would have already set it to pink, and that's just my preference. You don't have to have pink lines. I'm just, trade and travel is just a pink situation for me. When I go ahead and hit done, you can see there is a pink line on my screen. In fact, this looks pretty accurate because it looks like that we sold this bad boy, we landed this. I mean, I don't know about you, maybe I've just got the trade and travel juice right here. So what we're looking for is to see, just like what we're seeing here, we want to see the flight drop because this was a sell. If it was a sell, you're over USD, like we just said. And what I'll also do once I put the take profit in, I will also mark off the take profit. So let's do that real quick, okay? You guys still following me? Hopefully you can still hear me. I know when I turn from the laptop screen, the audio may go.
We can hear you well. It's perfect. Excellent.
Okay, perfect. So this entry point was, and you can put this in the chat. Let's do a quick, how quick counting pips are. Pip counting is super simple when it's 10. So the entry here is 1.05702. Someone put that in the chat. 1.05702. Now, when I'm counting 10, I'm ignoring the last number. The last number doesn't exist to me. I'm completely ignoring the last number. Okay. Thank you so much, Crystal. So I'm ignoring the number 2 and I'm focusing on those 2 numbers that come next. Okay. So I'm ignoring number 2. So I'm simply looking at the 7 and the 0. I'm simply looking at the 7 and the 0. That's 70. So if I am selling, which means I'm going down for 10 pips, then I am going to subtract 10 from 70. So what does that mean? Well, that means that my new coordinates, let's go ahead and do it together. Get another line, put it on my chart, tap and hold it, click on properties. So now it's 1.5060 because 70 subtracted by 10 minus 10, take away 10 is 60. And I'm going to put my 2 back because that's a number I don't change. I change no numbers except those 2 numbers that are before that last number. I ignore the last number, I subtract or I add 10 to those 2 numbers, and then Bob's your uncle, okay? And that's my flight pattern right there. That is showing me very, very clear as day where I want to enter and where I want to exit. So I want to see my trade within that vicinity, within that zone. I don't want to fly outside the area because I don't want to collide with any other flights, okay? So this is letting me know, even if the call ends, what my flight pattern is. From there, you guys can go ahead, you know, and work out whether you're going to do any emergency landings, etc. But the goal is for us to be in and out within the call. But just so you guys can do this on your end, also, you know what I'm doing when, you know, if I am the, what you call it now, the air traffic control, I'm marking off my entry and I'm marking off my exit by using the lines provided under the shapes tool, okay? And hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So that concludes our trade and travel training. And I just hope to see you guys riding safe, flying safe with us on Monday. Over to you, Dr. China.
Awesome. That was absolutely amazing. I absolutely love the simplicity of this. A lot was shared, but it was still very simple. The more you hear it, the more it's going to definitely connect with those terms. I hope you all screenshotted those. They will be made available inside of the Big Rich community, just because the Telegram community is specifically just for the trading, not so much as training and things like that. So that will be made available, some of those terms for you guys there, but I hope you screenshotted those so that you are prepared for Monday trade and travel. It's been a lot of fun, as you guys can see. We're big on developing the proper culture, putting you in the right mindset to help you to win. That's what I focus on in the beginning of the call as the air marshal, really helping you to get your mind right. And whatever the theme of the day is the focus on the call before we even get into the trades. We've been extremely accurate. 93, what was the pip count for last week? Or the air miles, should I say, for last week, UK?
We collected 93.5 air miles, and that was in 3 days.
Yes, 93.5 air miles in 3 days. What I love about what's happening right now is all of it is based on the product that you have access to. Now, once again, you must have your academies, your FRX Academy, Elite Academy, DCX Academy, or HFX Academy to participate in trade and travel. And it's important that you know the basics because it is moving at a pretty fast pace, because we're there to trade and make the money, get in and out of the market. So make sure you're spending some time tomorrow on orientation, even if you've done it before, to make sure you do know how to enter and exit those trades, and spend some time in the academy as it relates to calculating those pips, though we do provide that information. What I want you to know about what we're doing with trade and travel is something that you can also do. Now, we're doing this at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For many of you, that's right before work. Those that are still working corporately, others is pretty early in the morning. Some of you may or may not be morning people, but I can tell you right now, listen, the air miles are really sweet during that time, and our primary goal is to help you to get the bag so that you can make it to Dubai. So I challenge those of you who maybe have not been on to get on to those calls in the morning. Provide your screenshot to your P2000 or above, which is your boarding pass, so that you can have access to the Telegram, so you can know what time, no, not what time, but when those calls are taking place, where you are supposed to go. It's like knowing the terminal, like what gate am I going to, right? So you want to make sure that you have access to the Telegram so that you can know where your flight is taking off from so we can help you to get your pips. Now, we also have made available to you the 10% trading plan so that you can have a goal daily of where you are. I recommend you start with a $300 account. Some of you started with a little bit more, others perhaps a little less. You want to make sure that you have access to the 10% trading plan so that you know daily what your goals are and what your lot size should be so that you can actually get those acquire those pips based on that so that you're growing and you can kind of have a gauge on how much money you're going to be making per day, per week, etc., so that you can have enough for you to potentially have a all expense paid experience to Dubai. So I'm really excited about that as well. Also want to say a huge shout out to Miss Amaya J, who was our pilot all week last week. We are hiring, as you did see. We want to make sure that those of you who have been trading understand that this is not weight and responsibility on you and your strategy, what has worked for you with everyone, because it is the hourglass tool that is really telling us the direction that we're going in. And obviously, we have a co pilot that's coming in to confirm it. So, no pressure is on one individual. The co-pilot comes in to look at the currency strength meter, to come in to look at the news, to see if the baggage makes sense. We want light bags on one side, heavy bags on another side, and preferably very light bags on one side and very heavy bags on another side. That just shows us the accuracy of whether or not we need to get into that trade. And so I want to make sure that you guys know that we are hiring
Okay.
as well as for the air traffic
Yeah, it's just
controller.
something about the
The air traffic controller is the person that is doing exactly what you heard Miss UK discuss just now. She is going in and she is calculating where those pips are. That's why that training was there. Listen, we did something like this before a couple of years ago, but when I tell you what we have now is so much sweeter. 93 pips were caught in 3 days, really. And this is a strategy that you can use even throughout the day. So once you pick up on it, and that's why we're going through this today, it's something that you can do to really trade and travel your way to Dubai. You don't have to just wait for the 10 pips that we are expecting, but we've been getting 30 pips on each call. You can go out throughout your day and get more pips because the strategy is completely sound. I also want to say big shouts out to Miss Bash. She's been absolutely incredible this week with being the co-pilot on the currency strength meter. So Miss Vashi, we appreciate you. We're super excited about everybody who's participated. Once again, we are hiring for more people in the cockpit so that we can rotate inside of the cockpit for pilots, co-pilots, as well as air traffic controllers. So if you're interested in those positions, please let us know. We want to make sure that you are up to speed on what you need to do. You will have a quick briefing and training so that you are ready. Once again, this is taking place from 8 o'clock a.m. to 8:30, Monday through Thursday. And we also have a theme of the day every day. Mondays is Metaverse Mondays, where I will be providing you a tip on metaverse, kind of like a 5-minute masterclass, helping you to understand a little bit more about it so that you're knowledgeable. Tuesdays is NFT Tuesdays. We're going to be going over something that's going to help you to be more knowledgeable about NFTs on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is workout Wednesdays, where it's going to be nice. We did meditation on this last Wednesday where I helped you to go through your breath work. This has helped me tremendously in my trading experience to really calm down the nerves, remove the anxiety, and really trust the process as I enter into the trades. And then Trading Thursday, we go over techniques of how you can become more accurate in your trading. And then obviously Friday, we're not on trade and travel, but it's residual Friday. And so we want to make sure that we position you guys to leverage what's happening so that you too can utilize some of that money residually to go toward your trip to Dubai. And then today is Successful Saturday, but we make sure that you understand what we're doing. Pretty soon we'll have different trainings that may not necessarily be just on this side of things, but really to help you to leverage the whole opportunity in its totality. So I'm really excited of how accurate this has been. We've been seeing 30 pips a day. And so I want to bring on, before we open up for questions, I want to bring on Miss Amaya and Miss Vashi, because obviously they have really helped us to land these flights successfully every single week. And keep in mind, we are hiring for more members in the cabin crew. So Miss Amaya J, are you on with us this morning, Captain? We would love to hear from you.
Yes, good morning, Rich. You, good morning, Dr. China. I absolutely love this strategy. It's been so much fun. As everybody knows, we kicked it off last week and it was a super, super success. And I'm excited about, just continuing to trade to Dubai. I'm excited about it. And just thank you so much for bringing this together, you and Miss UK, and us all working together to make this thing happen.
Absolutely. Great job. You've been extremely accurate with the hourglass. And so I just want to say thank you, because I know that hourglass, you have another strategy that you're really using. And I want to say this to the person that's saying, okay, they're hiring, I want to step up, I want to support, I want to help, but I trade gold, or I trade US 30, or I trade at a different time. What I love about this is that's the same for Miss Amaya. This is not necessarily what she has traded before. She trades NAS. And this is so simple and so accurate that it's not necessarily about the strategy that you're using. It's simply about learning how to use the tool. And so we have the hourglass at that time that's allowing us to use really what is an HFX tool on MetaTrader 4, and it has been extremely accurate. And so we're grateful for that, keeping in mind that we are have positions open for more captains to serve. All right, I want to hear from Miss Vashi. Miss Vashi has been so committed to this process all the way in the UK, that has literally removed all excuses. So Miss Vashi, if you're there, we would love to hear from you this morning. Our co-pilot that is on the currency strength meter, letting us know if those bags are heavy, if those bags are light, and if the news is affecting the weather. Miss Vashi, are you there?
I'm here. I am live and kicking in the cockpit. Thank you very much, Dr. China. Hi, everybody. It has just been an amazing, amazing, amazing week. When I stepped up and said, yeah, I'll do it, I didn't really know where we was going to end up. I didn't really understand the terminology. I was like, okay, this means baggage. I understand heavy and light. Let's just go with it. And it has just been so amazing. Apart from the fact that we've actually been eating this week, it's been in demo, but we're actually seeing blue skies. And even if it's just a small amount, it's actually working towards something big. And that's what I love about it so much. And we started somewhere at the beginning of the week and we ended fantastically. I'm just so excited for next week. 90 days of this. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much for the opportunity as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. I love it. You did a phenomenal job. And what I love the most, Ms. Vashi, is that you were so willing to step up and just participate. You were willing to step up and serve. You were saying, listen, I'm still working at that time. I got things that's going on, but I'm committed. I'm here and ready. And you've done an absolute amazing job. Our goal was for everybody to test it out in demo week 1, regardless if you were already trading, because we know that the strategy may have been different from what you were currently using. And I know the importance of confidence in the market. And I wanted to make sure that you guys had the confidence that we had inside of the market as you entered into these trades. And I believe that next week, you guys are absolutely ready to go live. Those of you that were already live, those of you that are brand new, that are joining because of Trade and Travel, we want to make sure you definitely understand the terminology, that you spend some time in your academy, the FRX Academy specifically, because it's going to help you to know how to enter and exit trades. Obviously, orientation is doing that as well, but we want to make sure that you're comfortable and that you're confident with the MetaTrader 4 app. I would recommend that you spend some time practicing with that. If you need a little bit more time, if you are unsure about anything on the calls, I would say don't go live yet. Stay in your demo account just a bit more until that confidence is there. Because remember, this is not training sessions on trade and travel. It is trading sessions. So no one's going to take the time to stop and say, hey, this is how you close out your trade manually if we have an emergency landing. You're going to have to know how to do that already. Okay. So I want to challenge you guys this week coming up when we're talking about 3% a day. Those numbers are pretty sexy. 3% a day growth, 4 times a week. That's very attractive numbers. Keeping in mind that some people are going to start with $300, other people are going to start with more. So keep that in mind, guys. We're doing 30 pips now. So I love what Miss UK just put out. For every $100, 0.01. So if you have $300 in your balance, you can do 0.03, and that's going to be 3 different trades. Our max is 3 different trades. If we don't see 3 trades, we're not going to put them in, but that's the max. Okay. We won't go over 3. Our goal, once again, and we've been extremely successful, going in and coming out in 30 minutes. 8:00 a.m. we're on. 8:30 we are off. And pips, well, should I say air miles? Air miles are being secured for you to make it your way to Dubai. So this is a quick recap of what it means for the rich bag count when we're talking about very light bags, heavy bags, and very heavy bags. We want to see the opposite. We want to go into the market where bags are very light on one side, like Euro, and very heavy on the other side, like USD. This lets us know if the bags on the front end are very light, that we're going into a sale. This lets us know if the bags on the front end are very heavy, we're going into a buy. So if it says Euro USD and the Euro bags are very light and the USD bags are very heavy, we know that's a sale. But if it's Euro JPY and the Euro is very heavy on the front end and JPY is very light, we know that that's a buy. Now you'll learn that over time. If it doesn't make sense right now, that's okay. But I want to focus on the lot size and proper risk. We're talking about 1 to 3% of your account is where the risk is. Okay. And so the 0.01, which represents 10 cents, is for every $100. So whether you have $500 in your account, $1,000 in your account, $300 in your account, for every $100, you want to do 0.01. And so with that being said, I really am excited about this. This strategy, though, on the calls is only 3 trades. If you're doing it yourself and you're a little bit more comfortable, and your sessions are a little bit more longer, maybe you decide that you're going to do it, a maximum of 5 trades. Before trade and travel, we're doing 3 trades, and we've been extremely accurate with the 30 pips. So any questions before I talk a little bit more about Dubai? Any questions, any comments, any feedback? Any leaders want to step up? We've been having a lot of fun. I'm super excited, and it's been a huge, huge blessing. Make sure you guys are in Telegram, because if you're not, you're totally missing it. Any questions?
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
sorry, Dr. China. Good morning, everyone. Yes. We're going to change the name temporarily to Pips University. This is Merland. I've been having so much fun on the trade and travel, and I just want to thank everyone that is part of the cabin crew, captains, for your service and your energy. It's been amazing. For anybody that's not yet part of the trade and travel, yes, I wanted to say, go ahead and send your screenshot and information over to your leaders. But I wanted to thank everyone for their service and for everything they do. And I would love to step up and help, whether it's counting pips or whatever I could do to help and assist, because this has been an amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity. And I don't want to take it lightly. And I want to make sure that I'm part of the energy that's going on and make sure that I'm able to help and serve in whatever way that I can. Thank you so much.
I love it. So Marilade, is that how you pronounce it? Marilade, right? Is that correct?
No, it's Merland.
I'm so excited because you've been on it inside of those chats. So Merland, I'm just interested in knowing, what position are you most interested in?
I could definitely count pips. I think that probably would be the most beneficial
Okay,
at this
perfect.
point, or even type the entries in the chat, whatever you guys need me to do. So
Perfect. We
counting
love
tips,
it,
the
Merlin.
entries. Okay.
Yes, that is excellent. Excellent. That's air traffic there. So that is absolutely amazing, Merlin. I love, love, love it. Thank you so much for stepping up. That means you get to come on this side of things, and it's a lot of fun. It's exciting, and we appreciate your commitment. So we're going to have you speaking with air traffic controller Miss UK about those details so that we can make sure that the schedule is sound for next week. And I'm super excited. Thank you so much for stepping up. Anyone else? Questions, comments, feedback?
Hey, Dr. China.
Hey, 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 what's happening, Queen? I'm glad you were able to make it to the call.
Me too. Listen, wherever you need me to be, whatever you can train me to do, I'm available. I'm home working, so I'm ready to step up and be a part. Whatever. I can type, I can call out, because I'm a quick catch on. So whatever you guys
Yes,
can
you
train me to
are.
do, I am definitely ready to step up.
Let me tell you about Queen Jamisha. Guys, Queen Jamisha's been on board maybe 6 weeks. Maybe
Yeah.
6 weeks, right about 6 weeks. I know West Palm. So maybe about 2 months. Okay. Jamisha, first of all, when she first got started, she just was so sharp in the room as a guest. We were like, wait a minute, are you in? Or are you like, we were like, hold up. I mean, she was so sharp. She came out to West Palm Beach like a week later. She joined and she was in West Palm Beach with her husband, and she's just been super duper sharp. So it doesn't surprise me that this woman is stepping up saying, I am ready to serve. I'm ready to participate and help. And so we're definitely going to get you in position, Jamisha, to make sure that you can definitely be a part of this cabin crew that is going to be trading and traveling to Dubai. Now,
I'm
one of
so
the things that's a
excited.
I am too. One of the requirements for those that are listening and that may be thinking, well, every time I serve and help, I'm not catching pips. Well, I have had a conversation as the air marshal with all of the cabin crew and told them it is a requirement that you put in these trades. I don't want anyone that is working to miss out on any money. Every person that's participating in the cabin crew must put in the trade before you even do whatever. Once the co-pilot confirms it, put the trade in even before the air traffic controller gives you the coordinates. The trade needs to be in so that you are also securing the PIP. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited what it means for you, Jamisha, and I really appreciate you stepping up.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Absolutely.
China,
guys.
I just want to say that's so important. I mean, the more hands on deck, the more we have in cabin crew, it enables you to be able to, trade yourself as well. And because, as air traffic control, that was one of my concerns because I want to go to Dubai as well and I want my trip funded as well, right? So,
Right.
it's just been amazing, the support already so far, and just to see, you Queen stepping up to the rich cabin crew. Listen, we're going to be flying at high altitude, so I'm so excited.
Yes, the
Yes,
Queen
yes,
Love
makes
it.
it
yes.
so
Miss
easy.
UK,
UK.
Miss UK,
UK
I'm
makes
over
it
here
look
jumping up and
easy.
down, excited.
Good morning, Dr. China and everyone.
Hey,
I,
good morning, Queen.
I've been enjoying the trade and travel as well. I'm fairly new, but I just want to let you all know that I am willing to help, anywhere that you want to plug me in, I'm willing to serve. So
Let's go, Crystal. You've been on trade and travel, man. We see you. You've actually already been stepping up, and I'm excited about it. I want to say thank you for your commitment. This is something that really is the biggest word is simplicity. It doesn't rely on your own, prior skills, your strategy, your trading style. It really is simply about learning something very simple. And so I'm excited. I'm grateful that we can get you guys into training and that your confidence is going to come from the tool and then over time experience. So congratulations on being relatively new, but seeing an opportunity to rise and shine because this cabin crew is about to get paid, baby. So I want to say congratulations to you. I'm super excited so that we can help you to get trained on what you need. And thanks for stepping up.
thank you.
Awesome sauce. This is super exciting. So far we have an all-female cabin crew. The queens are representing right now. Okay, the highest paid cabin crew in the world. Okay, this is what we're formulating right now. So I appreciate that. Anyone else? Questions, comments, or feedback?
Hey, Dr. China, this is Gandhi. Hello to all.
Hi, Gandhi. Thank you so much for being here with us. Hello.
Yeah, so I'm calling from Cameroon.
Yes, all the way
Yeah.
from Cameroon. Africa is definitely in the house.
Yeah, so I've been working on the quiet. Just to say my successes, I'm challenging myself for 8 pips, 8% per day. Okay, so in my growth plan, I've set myself 8% per day growth. And my risk is about 4%. So it's a double of my risk that I'm doing. And I clocked some successes. Because of my work schedule, I'm able to get on the flight always, but I'm using Caliph strategy. And so far I'm trading demo, okay, to see how the flight will go. So I'm trading demo, and I'm able to make close of the week. I made like $90, $97. Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah. So that's
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We're super duper excited. We're actually also working if you look at that link that I put out for the flight to Dubai, I know you were interested and coming to Dubai as well. And of course, anybody can come from anywhere, but we if we have a certain amount of people, we can get a package going as well. So I'm super duper excited about everybody who's winning with us, who's trading with us. This is going to be phenomenal. This week coming up is definitely going to be amazing. I believe you guys are clear on the terminology. I believe that you guys are clear on the time. Make sure that you're in the Telegram. Send over your screenshot of your active subscription with a package that has the product. You have to have the product to participate. Your package must remain active to have access. And we're excited for this week to be an absolutely supernatural week. So any other questions or comments?
Dr. Please,
Yes.
one more. I just want to find out the flyer. If you want to get your team on the flyer, who do we contact?
So what we did, Gandhi, is provided a template. It's inside of the Big Rich community, and then you can take that's the flyer that you can have your team. As long as they're active, they can have access to putting their pictures on there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we'll redrop that in the community.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, as the Air Marshal, I'm coming on doing mindset every single morning. I'm coming on and focusing on the theme of the day. So for the first 10 minutes, I'm helping to get your mind right and focusing on whatever theme of the day. However, there are some days that I may be traveling and will need an Air Marshal to step in. Now, this person needs to be a leader who's been with us for quite some time that I would want to step up, preferably P2000 and above. Anyone on the call right now seeking an opportunity for that position while I'm traveling or days that I cannot be on, that position will be open as well for Air Marshal. The Air Marshal's role is to just make sure that they are seeing things from a different perspective. They're not in the cabin. And so if it's anything, for example, I noticed we got into a trade that the bags were heavy. One of the bags were light. And it was still, I don't know, it was something I was like, hey, I recommend that you guys do 5 pips twice on this particular trade. So just kind of having an eye to oversee. If anybody is a P2000 or above interested in Air Marshal, please let us know right away. That's going to be very, very important. This thing is growing very fast. And I know we're going to be going to several different cities, introducing them to this concept and getting them on boarded to these flights. So anybody P2000 or above interested in Air Marshal, I'm super excited to help to get you trained for that role as one of the highest paid roles inside of this space. Shalisha, I see your hand is raised. Not sure if you have a question, but before you do come in, any P2000 or above interested in Air Marshal? Okay,
Hey, Dr. China,
Shalice.
how are you?
Hey, Q, I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I have seen the excitements in the chat. Last week was a super busy week for me. But I heard you say with the air marshal, you said it's a backup to you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you could put me down for that role. You could just give me, like you said, the details as to what that looks like, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely
Thank you.
perfect. I appreciate you stepping up for that. Absolutely. You'll be amazing at Air Marshal. Love, love, love it. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Good morning, Rich family. I want to join this team.
Yes.
Wednesdays will work out for me. So let's put me down for Wednesday.
Awesome. Wednesdays are perfect. I love, love, love that. That is excellent. So perfect Wednesday for Air Marshals. Love, love, love it for Latasha, the boss chick. Love it, love it. Hey guys, I had a call come in. My bad. Okay. Were you guys saying something?
No, it was silent.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm excited. All right, Shalicia, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Your hand is raised. You have a question? You have a question? Okay, maybe that was by mistake. All right. Somebody else was unmuting with an Android, I think I saw. Any other Samsung, I think it was. Any other questions, comments, or feedback?
Those who getting pips on swipe coin, it just broke the entry point, so pay attention.
Oh, you on that swipe coin? I know that's right, girl. Get them pips on that swipe coin, queen. Get them pips, baby. Get them pips on that swipe coin. I know that's right. We trading on the weekends. Everything counts. I love it, guys. Listen, I want to say thank you to everyone that stepped up. It looks like we have an all-female cabin crew here with the Rich University Trade and Travel Flight 777. I'm excited about this. This is going to be so much fun. I appreciate all of you who are here. Once again, if you're not inside the Telegram, you're missing it. I also want to say that you must be an active paid subscriber to have access to the actual community. And so please make sure that you check. Sometimes things happen in your back office and you don't realize it. Make sure that you're logging in because these pips are happening. Flights are moving throughout the day, guys. So with that being said, any final closing remarks before we wrap?
Hey, Dr. China, I do have a super quick announcement. Speaking of crypto there, just so people do know what is happening inside the back office, inside our business. And this is perfect as well as a recruiting tool for new people. Let me just drop this right here. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there is a course that starts tomorrow for people who want to know about NFTs and DeFi, anyone that's brand new to the world of NFTs. There will be a 4-day course starting from tomorrow live inside the DCX Academy. So it's perfect for those of you who want to know, but also for people out there, like you've got a course that's running. It's only $185 to get started. So definitely would be promoting and blasting that. Just wanted to mention it, off the back of that swipe card announcement there, because a lot of money is being made also on the crypto side. So go ahead and screenshot and share.
Love, love, love it. The value is definitely here. You don't want to miss out, guys. We didn't talk about it at all on this call, but building a team allows you to have an additional stream of income coming in, and you do not want to miss that stream of income that can really help you to trade your way to Dubai. So with that being said, that's a wrap. I'm excited. I'm going to drop the link for the Dubai details in it, from the United States to Dubai, the United Kingdom to Dubai, Germany to Dubai, inside of the community, so you guys can have access to those details for those that want to participate in all of the group festivities and the things that are going to be happening in Dubai. So with that being said, thanks so much, guys, for being on. I love you guys. God bless you guys, and we're going to see you on Monday. Woohoo! God bless you guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Dr. China.
You're
Thank you,
welcome. God bless you
Richard.
guys.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Guys.